All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at King Tyson 713 at yahoo.com if you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something. Write me, King Tyson 713 at yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please go to the video tab section of the YouTube channel. Click on the video that interests you. Watch it. Give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, I'm my last video, I was speaking about the brother who was feeling like he wanted to possibly end his life because he felt that he wasn't he was successful with women, and he got older. He's a middle-aged man, and he just, he ain't got no kids, and he just realized that he felt like a loser because he didn't have a woman. And I was talking about men loneliness, right? And I started leading into something, right? And it's something that people don't realize, and it's something that a lot of single people, kind of, like a person who's been single for a long period of time, right? Who really are not who don't really be in relationships a lot, right? I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's something called looks match, right? And I was debating whether I was gonna make this video or not, but I gotta keep it real with y'all, because we family on here. And I appreciate everybody that always tune in. And I know it shouldn't be like this. A lot of things about looks, but in real life, looks are very important, right? The beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. That go to show you how important looks are, right? The reason why they got filters, reason why they got makeup, the reason why they have wigs, this and that, everything, surgeries, cosmetic surgeries. Beauty is very important, whether we think so or not, right? And it's definitely important when it comes to relationships. And when I go to my YouTube, right? When I look on YouTube, things pop up on my YouTube timeline, right? People's channels and things like that. So I dibble and dabble into a lot of YouTube spaces, right? Like I'll and so I kind of listen to other people's pages, and they have a lot of great talking points. It be women platforms even the women platforms that dog the men all the time. I want to go to those platforms and hear what the women got to say, right? To kind of see where the women coming from. I'm not an expert that claim to know everything. I go to some red pill platforms. Listen what the red pill brothers got to say. I go to different platforms and listen what different type of people got to say. I'm open-minded, and they got something called looks match. I got this from the Exotical, the Exoticals space. The Exotical space is I hate to talk about this. The Exotical space, the women probably know this, but and I promise you, I'm not trying to be a colorist or nothing like that, right? It's supposed to be for, and it came on my YouTube timeline, I guess just out the blue, right? And then they got anyway, Exoticals is like mixed light-skinned people, right? I like mixed light-skinned women. That's what Exoticals are. I'm what I got out of it. I could be wrong. If someone's Exotical, ladies, if you Exotical, you know what Exotical is, put it in the comments and tell me. But this is what I got out of it. Exoticals are mixed or light-skinned women. That's what I got out of it. But then you got brown sisters who got their own terminology too. I can't think of the terminology right now. But what I'm trying to say is I go into a lot of spaces, and I listen. I be open-minded to listening to a lot of things and where women coming from. So it's not just light-skinned women. It's brown-skinned women. It's dark-skinned women. There's so many sectors. By me being a YouTube content creator, there's so many sectors of different spaces, which is good. Which is good. But a lot of times we can't be closed-minded to just this one sector. You know, you got to kind of, expound and, and see what else is out there. So you could kind of, you listen to ideas and it helps you see some things that you couldn't even see, that you wouldn't even fathom, that people talk about you never knew existed. And so I got this from the exotical side of the space, right, of the sector, right, YouTube, and they made an interesting talk about looks match, and looks match is like you becoming more successful in finding a person for you if you date somebody that looks like you. And when I mean looks like you, I don't mean necessarily y'all got the same physical facial features. I'm saying like, meaning that if you are a person who, if you're a person who's an 8, right? Like if you're a man that's an 8, or you're a woman on an 8, on a scale of 1 to 10, and by you being an 8 is someone, in my opinion, is when you go out the door, and because anybody can call themselves a 10. Anybody can call themselves, oh, I'm an 8, I'm a 9, I'm a 10. Anybody can call themselves, give themselves a high number. But the reality is the attention that you get outside of yourself when you go out in the real world. That's where it comes from. That's what validates what scale of looks that you're on, right? And I'm just keeping it real. So if you're an 8, 9, or 10, you're going to be seen as an 8, 9, or 10 because you're going to get attention whenever you walk somewhere. People, you're going to get, especially if you are a 9 or a 10, you're going to get people you're going to get people who stumble their words because you look that much good to them. Like people stumble like skip because you look that good to them. Real talk. Those are 9s and 10s. Have you had somebody skip themselves? You had people like lose their words. People following you down the aisle, looking at you, like people really like asking you, do you model? Would you mind modeling? Like these are like 9s and 10s. Now there's a difference between being sexualized, ladies, and being pretty privileged, because brothers could be following you down because your body is on point. You overly sexualized. But when you have pretty privilege, it's a difference. When you overly sexualized for your body, brothers that want to just mainly sleep with you and not really try to be in a relationship with you all the time. You get more of brothers just trying to smash all the time, right? But when you have that pretty privilege and you are 9 or 10, you get men who always want to be in a relationship with you. They're willing to pay just to be in a relationship with you, not pay to have sex with you. They want to pay. They'll pay and just give you gifts because they want to be with you. They doing their best, right? And I ain't even talking about that, right? I'm not even trying to get off of that, right? So the looks match thing, right, is like if you're a person who's average, if you're a 5 or 6 or even a 7, 7 is above average. But if you in the average, a little bit above average range, right, is like find someone that your looks match that's an average or a little bit above average. And they saying that the ratio shows if you get someone on your same type of looks match level, you'll be successful and have a successful result in a relationship. Because they're saying that a lot of people who on the look side of it, if you're below average and you're seeking to get someone that's way above average, you're not gonna, and you holding out for this type of person, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get that person. Now, situations help people who are below average in the physical side, like money. Money will help a man who got money. It will help a man get to a 9 or a woman who's a 9 or a 10. But he got to pay for her time. He got to pay for her being on his side. Being on his side. And the minute you stop paying and giving money, she's going to be gone. But if you're a man who's below average and you get a woman who, I hate to say it like that, that's in the average range or the woman who's on your same looks match, then you can find that'll be a woman who will be best for you and don't want you because you got money. You know what I'm saying? Only. Like, she'll want you for you. And that makes sense because a lot of people hold out for people, and men and women do this, will hold out for people that's above their looks match. And I hate talking about it, but I gotta talk about it. This is why I say, but there is tips and tricks that you can do that you can kind of beat the system. And the tips and the tricks is, like I said, appearance. Work on your appearance. Even if you facial wise, if you're not a person that your face is not the first thing people look at it, but oh wow, this person is attractive, this is attractive, this and that, right? Then you work on your body. You hit the gym, you get your body right. You having a very nice physique, man or woman, will boost your points of attractiveness. It will give you the confidence. It'll boost your attractiveness up. I'm telling you. But if you're not a person who's willing to put the work into the gym, and you overweight, then if you overweight, then it's like getting someone that's your same looks match is cool too. I'm not saying you gotta do this. I'm just saying it's something to look at. I didn't really look at it like that till I was listening to these open spaces and forums. I'm like, okay, it kind of make a little sense, you know. It'd be a lot of men who wouldn't be as lonely if they concentrate on women that they could get that will be offered to them, instead of worrying about women who looking for this man on this certain type of level. And they be mad. And then you mad at the and not even just the men on this type of level, but men who not on the level far as the money wise, but who got the game. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers who can talk a good game and get these women, right? You be mad at you be mad at them, but these brothers might be, they charisma might be up. You know, they might got style. They got game. And you might not have that. So if you not have that, concentrate on your looks match. Your looks match will probably be a better result for you than waiting around trying to talk to a woman who you know is probably not gonna want to talk to you. And then you be mad at all women because you can't get this certain type of woman. But if you get a woman who is your same looks match, then you'll probably have a successful relationship. And I know this is hard to talk about, and I'm telling y'all, I was going back and forth whether I wanted to talk about this or not. And I know people watching this, they're like, this is, when it comes to love, this is not what it should be. And you're right, it shouldn't be, right? But a lot of times it is. It is, because if a person is very attractive, a person who's very attractive can get away with a lot of more things than someone that's not deemed as attractive, like, to a lot of people. Let me say that. You know, it be brothers who've been cheated on a woman a bunch of times. Not condoning cheating. I'm just saying, it be a brother be cheating on a woman a bunch of times, and the woman ain't went nowhere yet. It ain't just because she just crazy about him because he, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times, we talking about regular guys. I'm not talking about nobody that's famous or nothing like that, right? Because a lot of times, the women be staying for the lifestyle, still, you know, still having money and still being basically the lifestyle, right? I'm talking about regular everyday brothers walking on the streets, because that woman loved him. She loved the way he looked. She loved everything about him. He just been cheating. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, ladies. Tell me if I'm wrong. In the comments, tell me if I'm wrong. If you dealing with a brother who's not really attractive to a lot of women, you know what I'm saying, is not really attractive to a lot of women, and they cheat on you, I guarantee you, you gonna be so mad, one, that he cheated, and you like, damn, I gave you a chance and you gonna cheat on me and you're not even my type and you gonna cheat on me. You quick to leave that man. But if a man who is deemed physically attractive, you'll give him another chance. Like, damn, you mad, you crying, but he start talking that good game and saying he not gonna do it no more. You give him another chance. But let it be a brother who you gave a chance to. Give him a chance to be in a relationship with him. He's not your type, but you gave him a chance and he cheat on you, man, you gonna lose it and be done with him. So am I lying? Am I really lying? Let's be honest with yourself. Fellas, I got to get on the brothers about this too. It's things that you deal with women that if they wasn't attractive, you wouldn't put up with. That if you wasn't attracted to them, like if they wasn't attracted to you, you wouldn't put up with. If it was a female that you feel that you wasn't feeling like that, you ain't finna take no. You like, man, I ain't finna put up with this shit. I'm done. But because you dealing with a woman who's attractive, you'll put up with like, man, this woman tripping like, God damn, man, all right, man, I go do this, man. Damn, man, all right, I look out for you, all right, damn, because you're attracted to her. But let it be a woman that you're not attracted to. You ain't finna put up with it. This is why I say attractiveness is a major part of this when it comes to relationships. Now, I'm not saying you have to be, I'm not saying like if you unattractive, you just doomed. If you feel that you're unattractive, you just doomed. I'm just saying that if you are unattractive and you want to be because you got to think about this. Attractive people normally get with attractive people. Average people normally get with average people. But if you're a person who's under average, a lot of the under average people are men and women are upset and mad because you have friends or people that you know get married, get in relationships, and they seem to be happy doing their thing. But you're the person that's unattractive. You below average. I'm just keeping it real. You below average, and you're like, damn, why I can't get nobody? But then if somebody try to hook you up with someone that possibly be a good looks match for you, that match up with you, you get mad at them. Why you gonna hook me up with that person? Why them? But y'all on the same type of level when it comes to looks match. And y'all probably be good for each other. But you feel like, I'm not finna talk to that person, but you on the same, they might not be, they not attractive, but y'all might be on the same level. And I hate to talk like this, man. Like I promise you, I really hate to talk to you, but we gotta be reality. This is a relationship-based channel. So when it comes to relationships, I talk about all ranges of relationships. And I don't really talk about lookism too much, but I do say that it is important. And I always tell y'all on this channel is about getting the best results. Having the best results is what makes you having a healthy relationship. It determines a healthy relationship is the best results. That's what I wanted to say, y'all. It's a hard video to make, but it's a true video to make. And you could always put yourself in the running by working on yourself. Getting yourself together physically as much as I'm not saying you got to do surgery and all that. I'm just saying work on yourself. Body. You know what I'm saying? Definitely your body, your health. Work on yourself. Makeover. Even if your body, like makeover. Make sure clothes. You got to, if you are single because you feel like you don't look that well, you need to put yourself in a race. Because if you are a below average person, remember, you in a competition with average people and above average people and 9s and 10s. So you in a competition with all these people and you get left behind. And you be mad at these people because they getting all these people, but you're not getting these people. This goes for men and for women. So what you need to do is you need to improve yourself. So get your mental together. Hit that gym or work or lose weight or gain weight. Because some people be like anorexic, gain weight. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do to make yourself styles, clothes. Do what you got to do to get yourself in the running. No need for feeling sorry for yourself no more after this video. We all got choices in life. We all it's life. Life is harsh. I'm telling y'all, it's what I'm saying is fucked up for me to say, but it's the truth. You gotta work at yourself, and then you can get the results. It ain't over with, but it's some shit that you can improve on. I'm telling y'all. It ain't just, I'm saying it's not just surgery. It could be a person. Have y'all seen people that you feel like that wasn't really attractive? Wasn't really attractive. But like I said in my last video, they could dress their ass off. You're like, damn, this motherfucker, they confidence with they conversation, how they carry themselves. Unattractive unattractive person that's deemed not really attractive like that. They know they can still, and a person they can dress, they got a good personality, they still get people. As a man, you could still be unattractive, but if you suave, you smooth, you could dress, you smell good, your body on point, you could still get a woman. Even if you don't hit the gym, even if you are a person that's likable person, you could still get a woman. So it ain't always about that, you know what I'm saying? You can still get a woman. I tell ladies, do you feel like that you a little bit below average? I'm gonna say you need to invest in yourself beauty-wise as much as possible. Hey, makeup, wigs. I know you like, I just want to be natural. I understand. You want to be natural. Love my natural sisters who go natural. But I'm gonna keep it real. If you feel, it's hard to say. This is if you feel that you're not really attractive in the face and you go natural. You need to try to enhance yourself as much as possible beauty-wise. If you're a person if you're a woman who's not, if you feel like you're not there in the face-wise, you need to do much as you can to enhance your physical as much as you put yourself in the running. I'm gonna be real talk. And this would give the opportunity for me to come at you and talk to you. And you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to reality. When you go places as a woman, if no man is coming up to you talking to you at all, whether you go to the gas station, you go to the grocery store, you go to the corner store, you go to wherever you go, and no man never looks at you, no man ever try to talk to you, that kind of tells you where your ranking is at. I'm going to be straight real. So you can be like, oh, I ain't worried about this video. I'm gonna bypass this. He bypass this video. He don't know what he's talking about. But the reality is, this is what it is. And if you get the attention on social media only, I'm gonna be real. A lot of men would sleep with any woman because brothers be horny. And if that brother's only talking to you about just sleeping with you, that go to show you right then and there as well. And brother not even trying to take you out. You know, brother not even trying to come at you about spending time with you. But you'll have a man who is your same looks match, that's willing to look at you and respect you as a human being. But you want to say, nah, that's not my type, and don't give him a chance. And y'all possibly you could really be happy in this relationship. It's a looks match. It's a hard video to do because I don't want to disappoint nobody. I really don't. But it's about knowing where you rank at, and knowing how to use it to your advantage, or using what you feel like you need to do to get where you're trying to go when it come to relationships. The lookism, the outside appearance is to get you noticed, is to get you in the door with somebody. Personality comes right after that. So long as you get once you get in the door, y'all both get past the physical part, then you start getting to know each other. And then that comes naturally. Y'all start feeling each other. And your relationship could work. I hate to say looks is not important. But we got a multi-billion-dollar a year industry in the beauty industry. So looks definitely means something. And we got a lot of more, which is sad though. You got a lot of people, younger people, who are influenced by influencers, social media influencers, TikTok influencers, Instagram influencers. And, you know, everybody knows social media, everybody puts their best on. And it makes other people depressed about life because you look at other people like this person has it all. What I got. And if you feel like that, change what you don't have. A lot of times people get lazy and they don't want to do the work on themselves. They rather just feel sorry for themselves. We can't do that. You don't need to be a weak person. You need to be a person who be strong. Get yourself together. Get your if you're not where you want to be in life, get yourself together. Change yourself. Change careers. Go back to school. Get some more training. Go to the gym. Get you a trainer. Do stuff to change yourself. Buy some new clothes. Get a whole new makeover. Change yourself. When you change yourself, you get the confidence in yourself. Confidence, not cocky. In most cases, confidence is sexy to men and to women. And when you put that shit on, no matter what body size you are, and you clean, you on point, you gonna show. But you gotta put that work in. Anybody can get, let me say this. The thing is about coming, appearance, getting to the door, of getting someone to getting the attention, getting someone's attention, where y'all can start learning each other, right? Learning to get to know each other. But you got to get your appearance first. Work on your appearance first. That's my one advice I tell people. Work on your appearance first. If you're a person who's struggling to get with people, getting someone, men or women, start on your appearance first. You got, because attractiveness, beauty, looks is the first thing that we see. So men see and women see. Looks first. So if that ain't in order, you're not gonna be noticed. And then you're gonna be lonely. And if you want somebody, and let me say this, if you single, you don't care about a man, you don't care about a woman, then you out of it. Don't worry about it. But this video is for people who you lonely, you've been single for a long time, and you want to be noticed by the opposite sex. Get your appearance together first. Get in the competition, because you're going against people who are average, other average people, above average people, and 9s and 10s. And you want to get noticed first, because you got a lot of people to compete with. And that's people who are just under average, below average. People who are average normally get with average people. People who are above average normally get with above average people. See, that's the one thing about when you're in that above average range. You can get with someone who is above average, or someone that's a 9 or a 10. That's normally what above average people do. You know, average people normally stick with average people, or average people can get with somebody that's above average, or they can get with somebody that's below average, and they be happy. It's just that when you below average, then you gotta struggle. You gotta just get the leftovers. And that's fine, because a lot of times it be leftovers, but these people be good at heart, and they might be a diamond in the rough, but they don't know, because even if that person's not a bad looking person, but their personality, their negativity makes them an ugly person. And they be single because they have their ways, and people, even if they could get attention from somebody, they turn the other person off, that they walk away. They just stop talking to them. I'm trying to figure out what happened. It's your ways. You got to change your ways. So, but the first thing first is to look at maybe find someone that's your same looks match, and that might work out. But if you feel like you don't want somebody, and let me say this, if you don't want nobody else, if you feel like you don't want nobody on your looks match, and you want some, then you got to raise your appearance up, and you got to exude confidence. That's the first thing first. If not, then you just gonna just be, and this if you below average, you just gonna be stuck in below average. But you got to do the work. If you average, you're gonna be all right. You as long as you stick with somebody that's average, or a little bit, if you can get somebody a little bit above average, you cool. You cool, you straight. A lot of times people missing out because they not trying to get what their looks match. And when I heard this shit, it kind of blew my mind. And I wasn't gonna never do a video about it, but I'm glad I'm doing a video about it. It's a hard video to do because I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but I gotta be true. I gotta talk about reality. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. I pray that this video, I know this shit sounds shallow, man, to talk about this type of shit, but we gotta talk about it because it got some truth to it, you know, about the lookism thing, about the, you know, dating your looks match, you know. But am I right? Am I wrong? This is just something that I picked up on. It's not something that I'm something I picked up on in these different YouTube spaces, and I decided to make a video about it. But do y'all agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. King Tyson. Peace and blessings. I'm out.